My Hero Academia Season 3 is over, and it truly finished with a bang. Mirio was introduced and fleshed out in only 2 episodes as the prime image of what a hero should be, with the equal and opposite overhaul doing the same for villains. What better way to celebrate the finale, and give me an excuse to flesh out all my opinions at the conclusion, than to go back to episode 1 and talk about a minuscule, almost insignificant artistic choice for an extended period of time. Kinda seems like my thing by now. Going back, it's difficult to overemphasize how adorable of a hiatus breaker this first episode truly was. This episode as a whole mainly acted as a cathartic trip down memory lane, bringing forth a torrential downpour of amazing memories of all the characters, so that viewers could become thoroughly reacquainted with everyone and everything before the action started up again. The mini Bakugo vs Todoroki vs Midoriya feud was adorable, albeit a little bit lackluster. The fan service was present, and enough time was spent with All Might for us to remember that he's still alive and kicking, for now. And then there was Shigaraki. So I'm editing this back now. There was a joke here that I just didn't make, so
look at this dude.
What I'm really here to talk about today is this: gaze, and how it embodies the characters of Midoriya and Shigaraki, as well as their motivations and alignment, perfectly. And if things keep going this way, I may be able to build a full human out of all the body parts to talk about in no time at all. Watch out for my next videos, legs and torsos in MHA. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know, that the show knows, that we know, that Horikoshi inserts any semblance of meaning he can into every square inch of MHA. It's a vicious cycle, but holy moly does it make my job fun. Noting this, I don't think it's too much of a logical stretch to say that the opening scene of Season 3, reintroducing the show after half a year hiatus, has some amount of symbolic meaning attributed to it. Here we open on the glorious, esteemed UA, the school known for pumping out amazing heroes the world over, providing every one of its students with a chance of a lifetime, allowing them to fulfill their dreams of becoming the next hero of justice. Panning away, we see the faces of Eraserhead, Best Jeanist, Endeavor, and All Might. All amazing heroes in their own rights, but decidedly increasing in esteem as the panning continues. As the shot settles, Midoriya is standing front and center, gazing past them all to the school, to the way he will train in order to surpass them, and by extent, to his goal of becoming the world's greatest hero. With Midoriya then shifting his sights into the camera, we as viewers, aka those he seeks to protect as a hero, are not just able to see the hope in his eyes, but the drive and confidence UA has gifted him already. And who would have thunk it, this end shot provides a unique avenue to pivot into the intro song. Now, of course, the introductory song that played for the next 12 episodes was jam-packed with content. Because of that, here's a rapid-fire segment of the parts important to my argument. 1. The first shot opening by panning out of Midoriya's eye shows how his gaze as only a student is already so amazingly vast, and how his sights are already set on such vast goals. 2. Eyes closed Midoriya remembering but running away from the events of his past, knowing that he can only look to the future in order to improve. 3. All Might and Midoriya sitting side by side, looking towards the same direction, explicitly putting them on equal ground with each other. 4. Grape Kid's pervy gaze unto the girls, and Bakugo's irritated gaze upon Midoriya, showing the symbolism isn't restricted to simply one character of the show. 5. The closing shot of All Might and Midoriya looking forward, with Midoriya in clear sight in front of All Might, showing how both know that Deku will be the hero the future needs. See what I mean? There's a lot, but clearly this wouldn't be a video-worthy topic if it didn't interact with the main conflict of the show in some major way. So, of course, Shigaraki's reintroduction into the show is another perfect example of MHA's use of gaze. Even within the intro song, arguably the most important part to my argument, there's this segment. Shigaraki's completely unable to even look at the screen of All for One, his boss, his teacher, his manipulator. Now where does that take us? On to the next section. Shigaraki's weird as hell, right? It's almost impossible to get a good look at him, both visually and thematically as a character, due to how he averts his gaze from everyone. What info the show does give of him is masked by the hand over his face, which I covered in Hands in MHA, which you should definitely go watch. Therefore, the scenes of him presented in this first episode of the season are so thematically and dramatically significant, I was willing to write an entire page-and-a-half script of setup just to talk about it. When we first see this boy, he's sitting at a staple bar, visibly irritated and obviously obsessing over All Might. Unable to think clearly, his prior losses to All Might and the students of UA have left him to compulsively listen to reruns of an interview of his greatest enemy. Listen is the keyword in that sentence, as he never once looks up to the screen, nor at the remote to turn it off, nor to Kurogiri who disrupted his peace. The entire first scene with Shigaraki has him blind to everything around him. Recall seeing Midoriya gaze out to UA, out to the viewers, and out to the bright future he hopes to bring society. Now, watch the segment of Shigaraki staring maniacally into the darkness of the backstreets of his bar, eyes flaming up at the mere thought of eliminating All Might and bringing ruin to society. Noting that this is the only time of the episode where viewers are able to meet his gaze, it's just another way in which him and Midoriya oppose each other. Midoriya has his sights set on the brightest future for the world, meeting the gaze of all with a smile, a bombastic personality, and an ever-present drive. Shigaraki continues to peer deeper and deeper into darkness, becoming invigorated with thoughts of desecration and destruction, striking fear into all those who meet his gaze. Together they set up the dynamic that frames the show, persisting long past All Might and All For One's generation-ending fight, leading to the central conflict of the majority of the season to come. And we all know where this leads. To be completely honest, I started writing the script immediately after watching the first episode over half a year ago.
Another editing note, this was wrong. It's been about 9 months because guess what? It took me 3 months to edit the video after I recorded the audio.
When I wrote it, I took the episode in isolation and wondered if I was reaching too far or anything and decided to scrap the video idea altogether, relegating the script to my bad ideas folder in Google Drive. Yeah, this turned out to be a mistake. Countless examples exist where Midoriya hardens his gaze against a foe or learns to look at his job as a hero differently. On the other side, Shigaraki menacingly staring daggers into his opponents was not a rarity in subsequent episodes, and his fateful gaze into Bakugo's eyes was no mistake. Episode 1 sets up this theme, the rest of the season carried it through. Undoubtedly, there are more than enough examples about the way Horikoshi approaches gaze through the rest of the season to make another video about it. Maybe soon I'll be able to look past the haze of my uncertainty, get off my ass, and just do it myself. No promises, but pray for me as I look past this episode in attempt to go beyond. Plus, Ultra.
Hey, I'll keep it brief. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching all of my videos. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers. It's insane to me. It's a goal I never thought I'd reach. With 8 videos in a super inconsistent upload schedule, I'm just so happy for the people who liked my few videos enough to keep coming back for more. Don't expect more out of me, because it probably won't happen, but I'll try my best to make content because I enjoy doing it as long as it's good. I won't shill, just like I refuse to run mid-roll ads, but one last time, just thank you.